Ulrich, did you manage to get a game of golf?
Yeah, great actually. La Romero golf course here is a fabulous golf course, so it was a great experience all over again. So I played it a few times, but every time I'm coming along, it's great.
And it's quite a young golf course, isn't it, La Romero?
It is, but it already is very mature. It has loads of trees, which on the newer golf courses here in the area don't find that much. But this is very kind of hilly. It has loads of trees. It has loads of difficult holes on it. So it's a real challenge, and every hole is a real challenge.
Fantastic. Well, I too have had a lovely afternoon because
Right.
I've been uncovering Pila de la Horadada, and I've actually lived here for quite a few years, and I had no idea just how much is here. The town is fantastic. There's 10 beaches, and obviously the village of Campo Verde just behind with the Rio Seco, so it's really back to nature here. I'm quite loving it. But one of the things I want to talk about now is obviously when you're selling your property, because we've got so many out there on the market, pick the perfect spot to film now because we're right next door to a show house. So the Americans are doing this thing called staging. So what exactly is staging?
Staging is preparing the house for sale. So you lived in the house, you used it yourself, you left it to family, to friends and whomever, but you used it yourself. That's gone because you decided now you want to sell it. So prepare it so that everybody that's coming along looking at it will love it. So you really wanna push it up, you wanna pop it up. And in particular, in a market situation like at the moment, in a buyer's market, it's the buyer whom you want to impress.
Sure.
And your property is one out of many, and you want yours to just stick out. So staging is prepare it so that it looks great.
Okay, give us some basic tips and advice.
First of all, the idea is put yourself in the position of your buyer, of this person or these people that walking into your door, and you want them to fall in love with your property. You want them to buy it. I mean, a part of the price, whatever, but you want the property to look as nice as possible. There is, I'm not talking about spending loads of money on it, and I mean, you don't have to paint it all over, but probably you want to paint a room, you want to paint what you feel should be painted. You want to have it clean, you want to have it aired, so you want to have it air going through that it smells nice. You want to have the bathrooms look good and not, well, you definitely want...
Make the beds.
Yeah, make the beds. Things like that, you know, this is preparing it so that when somebody walks in, he can think himself living in that property.
And sort of visualise himself in
Yeah.
it. Is it true, Ulrich, that you should declutter, depersonalise and neutralise a property?
Yes, the person that walks in wants to see himself. He wants to see his trophies, he wants to see his family photos, he wants to see himself living in that property.
So he doesn't want to see yours. So put the photos away, put the personal things away.
Also it hurts probably, but take it away, just leave it somewhere. You probably already pack it in and you bring it back home, but make it as neutral as possible.
Okay, now normally, and I might get told off for this, but sometimes the Americans can go a little bit over the top. But so how far do you go with this? Just going back to sort of the painting thing, because you've decided you want to sell that property, so you may not really care about it anymore.
Yeah.
So how far should you go?
Yeah. I mean, it's a question of budgeting. Obviously, you painting a room doesn't cost as much as painting the whole house. If the whole house needs to be painted, well, you probably want to do that. Painting is always something that immediately makes a huge difference.
Right.
You don't want to probably put a new worktop in the kitchen. You don't want to put just a new fridge in the kitchen because it probably increases the value of the property. So everything that you feel that has a visual impact on the buyer, that's what you want to improve.
Right. So when you say don't go putting a new worktop in, obviously your tastes could be completely different to the new purchaser, couldn't they?
A part of that, yes. I mean, again, keep it neutral.
Gardens?
Yeah, I mean, if
Cut
you
the
have
grass?
if you have outside garden, I mean, depending whether you have a bungalow, a townhouse, or a villa, or you're living in an apartment. But everything outside you want to have clean. You want to have the grass cut. You want to have the palms cut. You want to have the bushes cut. So everything should look nice. Just imagine yourself when you walked in your house. What did you feel? What did you think? So this is basically what your buyer feels and thinks.
Because the house has got to sell itself, hasn't it, at the
That's
end
it.
of the day? And there are, in this marketplace at the moment, an awful lot of properties on the market.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, Ulrich, thank you very much. That is some really good advice. So just to recap on it, it's neutralise, depersonalise, declutter, clean it up and make it look stunning, like you're going off to a wedding maybe. Yeah?
Yeah.
Ulrich, thank you ever so much, and look
Welcome.
forward to seeing you later on in the series.
Okay.
Well, that's all we've got time for on today's show, but I hope you've enjoyed it. So join us next week where there's going to be an awful lot more on It's a Buyer's Market.